Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So in Monday's video we made several papers with different designs on them that we could use making cards. Now these are just some of the cards that we've made from those papers, and today we're going to use this blue one that's underneath. So from this blue card we're going to use this. Now this is a set of dies that I got from Amazon really cheaply. I'm going to use the wider ones to cut the blue paper, and I'm going to use the middle one to cut some silver strips. So once you have all your strips, keep them on one side. Now these are some strips that were cut from one of the other pieces of card, and this is just some card that I've coloured in different colours. And from that I've created this little panel. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to weave some of these strips together to create our card. So what we're going to do with these is weave them. So we'll set them out in a nice pattern so that we've got different colours at different ends. And we will start to just weave the ribbons. Now to start with they're going to be a bit awkward because they won't stay together, but once you've got a few woven in, they will. So this can go underneath, so there's the start of it, and now we can come in with a different colour up there. So we'll use this turquoise one. So where we've gone underneath there, we're going over the top, so that we're going to weave those in. So again, that's under, so these two now must come over. So like I said, it's a bit awkward to start with, but once it gets going it's quite easy to keep them all together. So again, look at your patterns, look at what you've got going under and over. And keep going right the way down it. So there we've got over, under, and the same here. Over, under, over, so now under. We can come over the top of this and over the top of that, which means we need to go under those two. There we go. And again here. We've gone under, over that, over that, over that. So we need to go under this time to weave those patterns all together. Now you're going to do this for the size that you want it. So let me show you some others that I've done. This is the one that I've done on the heart. This is the one that I've made into the square, and I've done this in the same vein as the fractured card that we did last week. So all I'm going to do now is just pick up these ends and just glue those in place. So try and do that without moving the strips. And you're going to work your way around it so that they're all glued in place. Now from some circular dies I found one that will fit on my woven panel and another one that will cut out a silver base. But before I actually cut this out, I'm going to flip it over and I'm just going to mark off a little panel that will sit in the back of there and keep all those glued together. So I'm going to glue this in place there, and then once that's stuck down I'm going to die cut it with the circle. So once that's cut, that can now be added to the scalloped one, and that's now ready to sit on my card. So for my base card I have a 5x7 top folded card. I've created a mat that will sit on the front there and leave just a small border around every edge, and then I've cut another one that leaves another small border, but this one I've put through an embossing folder, and on this one we're going to use the rest of the strips to decorate the front of this card. So with the strips that are left, you're going to add them in alternate colours. So we'll add a silver one, a coloured one, another silver one, another coloured one, and we'll keep going until we've used up all those strips, or as many as you would like. You may only want 4 or 5. It's up to you, but just add what you would like. But I've started with a silver one, so I will finish with a silver one, and they will be added there to my card. Now before I add this to my card, I'm going to wrap it with some twine. So I'm going to hold it on the back and I'm going to wrap this round as many times as I would like to enhance that card. So I have my panel glued in place. I'm going to add this to the front, and we'll just tuck that underneath the silver strands. And then from my leaves I've got some parchment, some white and some silver, and I've got a parchment and silver butterfly to add to the front. So I'm going to add in my leaves along my card. We'll add in the parchment as well. And then right in the middle we'll add the butterfly, and then all we need on there now is a sentiment. Now with one of the strips that's left and the butterfly, I'm going to place that piece of paper just over the body line there and die cut that. So once I've done that and I've trimmed it nice and neatly, I'm just going to add this to my butterfly. And that just adds a little bit of colour into the butterfly centre to blend it in with the rest of the card. Now we can decorate this with some silver pieces. So I have found some chrome pieces in my crafting stash, and I'm just going to add these to my card. So we'll just dot these around in random areas, and we'll make sure we've got an odd number at the end. So here I have To a Special Friend, and I'm going to add it in there. Now to balance it up, because this is on foam pads, don't forget, I'm going to need to add some extra pieces under this side. So there's my card finished with the papers that we created on Monday, and here are some more done with the same batch. So these have just been added in different ways with different things added to them. These are some that I created in a different colourway. These are in gold, and they're so easy to do. This one is done in the fractured card style that we covered the other week. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one. And why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.